And on this week's edition of the BLAST Newscast.
Everyone at Team BLAST today is going roller skating. But how did roller skating first start out? I'm Trent Myers, and we'll have the story coming up. A chance of scattered thunderstorms today with the comeback of warm temperatures moving into the mid part of our week. I'm Levi Bennington, and I'll have further details in this week's weather forecast.
These stories and a whole lot more can be seen on this week's special live edition of the BLAST Newscast.
For the week of October 23rd, 2012.
And now, coming to you live this week from Hoosierland Roller Rink in Frankfort, Indiana, Katie Folgenhauer and Jacob Pyle.
Thank you, Chris Henry. Hello, and welcome to a very special edition of the BLAST Newscast. Coming to you live this week from Hoosierland Roller Rink in Frankfort, Indiana. I'm Katie Folgenhauer.
And I'm Jacob Pyle. Today, BLAST Newscast is going roller skating, and roller skating we are. We have a ton of skaters out here who are skating with us today. Some people who already know how to roller skate, and others who are just beginning. But roller skating is a fun sport and a great talent to have if you know how to do it.
But how did roller skating first start out? The roller skates were first introduced to the world in 1743, but it was during the 70s and 90s when everybody got the hang of knowing what they are and how to use them. Here, with a little bit of history about how these sets of wheels on our shoes become so popular, is BLAST Newscast reporter Trenton Byers.
Thank you, Katie. Put 4 sets of wheels together and attach them to any shoe, and you can't roller skate. These roller skates are not your ordinary pair of shoes. These are meant to go places really quickly, or just to show them off. But how did these certain kinds of shoes get so popular? Let's take a look at how they started out.
Inline skates were first invented by John Joseph Merlin in 1760. You have to remember that even though inline skates were invented around the time frame, they weren't popular back then. In 1863, quad skates with four wheels set in 2 side-by-side pairs were first designed by James Leonard Plimpton. The toe stop, which is like a kick stop used on bicycles, was patented in 1876. And in 1979, about the time when the roller skating fad began, the roller skate was remodeled with modern parts.
Roller skates are used by everyone even today, and everyone has such a fun time in using them. Roller skating is a fun and exciting technique that everyone can be able to do. From the professional to the beginner, for the BLAST Newscast,
And now with a look at our other headlines that are making news today is BLAST Newscast headline reporter J.R. Clifton.
Thank you, Katie. Hello, everyone. Here's our headlines for this week. Team BLAST will be open Halloween Day for the trick-or-treaters, where we'll be passing out free hot chocolate and free candy, and we'll need volunteers to help with that. Be ready to pass out free candy and free apple cider for Halloweeners. Carson's Community Day coupons are now available at the cafe. If you are interested in selling Carson's Community Day coupons, see Kay or Howard at the cafe. On April 5th, Team BLAST will be leaving for Muncie, Indiana for Acquire the Fire 2013. The cost is $45. We'll be leaving on the 5th after school, and we'll be there part of that Friday and all day Saturday. Spots will be limited, so if you're interested, talk to Kendra or Desi because it will be first come, first serve. And finally, spots are filling up quickly for next year's Big Stuff Church Camp in Panama Beach City, Florida. Get your $50 deposit in to secure your spot. once your spot is secure and your deposit is put in, the $50 will go off your church camp total. So put your money in right away and get ready to do some fundraisers for Big Stuff Church Camp. Those are our headlines for this week. I'll be back at the end of the newscast for the preview of what will be seen on next week's newscast. But for now, I'm J.R. Clifton.
Hello, everybody. We've had rain and a heavy thunderstorm hit our area today. This may not be severe, but the rain and thunderstorms we've had hit quite a punch in Indiana today. So today, as Team Blast goes skating, we are expecting scattered thunderstorms around our area with a high of 72 degrees and a low of 57 degrees. Tomorrow things should look a lot nicer because we'll be having mostly sunny skies with a high of 77 degrees and a low of 56 degrees. Enjoy the comeback of warm temperatures as much as you can because it will start getting colder as the week progresses. I'm Levi Bennington, and that's today's weather.
Thank you, Levi. Skating is such an interesting sport for the beginner and for the professional. If you are a beginner to the wonderful world of roller skating and you wish to become a better roller skater, get a notepad and take some accurate notes as we present to you pointers on the rink. Here to give you a few pointers on roller skating for the beginner is my co-anchor, Jacob Pyle, and BLAST Newscast reporter, Dustin Clifton.
Thank you, Katie. I am a beginner skater. Trust me, I've learned it before, and I'm never good at it. Good thing Dustin Clifton's here. He knows a lot about skating, and he's going to tell us a little bit of things. Now, I'm going to put on my skates, Dustin. So tell me real quick, as I'm putting on the skates, how you're supposed to keep your lace, about how tight the skates should be before you skate.
Well, literally, how tight they should be is basically skin tight. I mean, literally, you want to have them as tight as you can without them falling off. Now, you've already got them tied, as we can see, but that's fine. Usually, people already have them tied. That's good. Now, you want to put the other one on, and then we'll go onto the rink, and we'll show them how to skate. Plus, maybe fall.
So,
maybe.
Alright, is there any other precautions that we need to be aware of concerning the laces and stuff?
Well, you want to make sure that the laces, the strings that come off of whenever you put the bunny ears on, you want to make sure that they are not on your rolling. Sorry. But, anyways, you want to make sure that the strings are not under the skate, because if it is, you're going to untie your shoe, and then you're going to be really, really sorry you did that. So what you do is you put those little laces under the laces that have already been knotted.
That's right.
And you're good.
Yeah, that's right. So, of course, some things are tighter than others.
I'm
trying to get this one on. But anyway, you get the idea.
That matters.
Yeah, right. You get the idea. Most times you have to be careful about such things too. Another rule is you can't step on your shoes either.
Obviously, maybe see my brother back here. I know he looks like an idiot. I say the same thing every day. Plus, it's hot in here. It's sweaty.
Okay, well, I'm ready to skate. You?
Always.
Let's do it.
All right.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, get yourself on the ground. I said, young man, cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can't stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, pick yourself off the ground and just go to the YMCA. Young man, I was once in your shoes. Young man, I was down with blues.
Hey, looking for something to do on a weekday afternoon? Come up and join us for Team Blast. Our address is 210 South Main Street here in Sharpsville, Indiana, 46068. Anyone 6th grade or older is welcome. We're open after school on Mondays and Wednesdays through Friday from 3 to 6, and Tuesdays from 3 to 9, with Tuesday service from 6:30 to 8:30. Come join us, won't you?
Before we leave, we would like to thank a few people of the Hoosierland Roller Rink for allowing us to film this week's newscast live from its vicinity. We hope you had a good time enjoying all these beautiful roller skaters as we had fun spending time together, united as one under the name of God. And now with a look at what you'll be seeing on next week's newscast is BLAST Newscast headline reporter J.R. Clifton.
Thanks, Katie. On next week's edition of the BLAST Newscast, we'll also have the results of our BLAST Newscast viewer poll as to who they think should be our next U.S. president. That's coming up on next week's edition of the BLAST Newscast. I'm J.R. Clifton. We'll see you then.
Thank you, JR. A reminder that we will be back in one piece, of course, and our studios in Charlottesville for next week's newscast. And with that, that'll be it for this week. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Katie Felgenhauer.
And I'm Jacob Pyle. Until next week, live from Hoosierland Roller Rink in Frankfort, Indiana. Good night, and God bless my friends. Let's skate, shall we?
This is Chris Henry speaking. The BLAST Newscast has been pre-recorded for future airing.